Hello everyone. Sorry I haven't made a video in literally forever. Had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to try to make an honest effort to do something semi-regular. I'm not gonna promise like once a week or a couple times a week, but I'm gonna aim for a solid minimum of once a month, which I know, awfully ambitious, but gotta start somewhere. So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about was how to get the most out of your massage. I can't tell you how many times I've met people and they're like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm a massage therapist. And they're like, oh, I got a massage once. I hated it. It was awful. They beat me up. It didn't do anything, whatever their complaint was. And I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'll respond with, well, did you let them know? And they're always like, oh no, I couldn't do that. And it's like, well, then it's kind of, at least to some extent, a little bit on you. Like, you got to communicate with the person working with you, and they should check in. Like, I don't want to like put all the blame on that person, but you do, it's a two-way street. You got to communicate back and forth. So today I want to talk to you about how to get the most out of your massage, and I'm going to divide it into 3 sections. So section number 1, what you can do before you even get your massage, before you enter the room. Section 2 will be during your massage. And then 3 is what you can do after your massage to maximize the benefits. So before you ever get a massage, if it's your first massage, make sure you find a therapist that's right for you. Ask the right questions. Call and talk to the owner of the business, or if you're calling a franchise, ask them which therapists are better at what you want. Especially if you are calling a franchise, make sure that you're like, hey, I want a really good deep tissue massage from someone who really knows their stuff. Who do you have that's good at that, and what days do they work? Because a lot of franchises, their model is literally, if you're like, hey, I want a massage today, do you have anyone who could do deep tissue? They will tell you yes, and they will put you with whoever is available, whether or not they do deep tissue. It's just kind of the nature of that business. They want to make money. They want people in and out. They will, of course, try to put you with the best fit, but if it's not available, they still want you to come in. Whereas if you call like a private studio type situation, like I have my own business, when people call me, if they're like, hey, do you do Reiki? It's a firm no. I don't know how to do that. So I don't tell them yes and then Google it real fast. I'm like, no, I don't do any energy work, but I do this work. And if you would like that, I'm absolutely the person you want to see. Trying not to say so much. It's difficult. It's a difficult thing. So make sure you find a good therapist, someone who's going to be a good fit for you. And then before you go in for your massage, just a couple tips. Be clean, don't smell bad. Take a shower. Personal hygiene is very important. We will be in your personal space, and we make sure that we are clean because you're in our personal space too. So two-way street, once again. Hair, makeup. I have a lot of women who come in with their hair done, full face makeup. It's going to get ruined. I know sometimes people come from after work or after an event. It's totally fine. I don't mind if you come in full face hair and makeup, but most likely it's going to get ruined. So if you're getting a massage first thing in the day, I recommend no makeup, tie your hair back. Ideally, tie your hair back on top of your head. If your hair is not long enough to tie on top of your head, rock some sweet to the side pigtails. I get a lot of people who tie their hair at the absolute base of their neck, and then I have to fight with their hair in order to work their neck and shoulders. So try to be cautious of that. And then make sure you communicate with your massage therapist before the session. Be like, hey, this is what hurts. This is what has been bothering me. And make sure to just let them know anything they need to know about you. And that way they're as prepared as they can be. And then if you've revisited this person, so if it's like when someone comes to see me, if it's their second or third time, I always check in and I'm like, hey, how did you feel after your last massage? And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, man, I felt pretty beat up, or oh, I felt amazing, it was perfect. So if you've seen this therapist before and there was a thing or two that they did that you didn't particularly care for, let them know. Like, we're not gonna be offended. It's what we do for a living. There are certain things, like generally speaking, you give the massage you wanna receive. So if it's like, hey, I noticed you spend a lot of time on my forearms and I don't feel like I need that, it's totally fine. Just let us know. Now, during the massage, your therapist will probably check in, be like, hey, how's the pressure? You have to be honest and say, oh, it's good, or oh, it's too much or too little. Also, don't be afraid to speak up if at any point it is too much or too little. We're not gonna check in every 5 minutes. That would be incredibly unrelaxing. Hey, how's the pressure? Hey, you, does that feel good? You relaxed? Yeah? Okay, cool. No, like we'll check in once or twice, get a general idea. And then after that, just let us know. Like if you're like, oof, that's a tough spot. And that's all you need to say sometimes if you're like, ooh, that's a bit much there. Like you don't need to, oh, I would like 10% less pressure on my erector spinae. Like you don't need to be crazy specific, just give us a general idea. And then, for the most part, try to trust your massage therapist. I understand like that may take a few sessions to build, but we went to school. I have a bachelor's in exercise and wellness, and I went to massage school. I've been massaging for 7 years. So it drives me absolutely bananas when someone's like, my low back hurts, and I'm like, focusing on the muscles, working around, and I'm like, I think this is actually coming from your glutes. And they're like, no, it's my low back. Okay, did you go to school for this? Do you know how the things connect? A lot of times you'll feel it in one spot, but it's being caused by another spot. So just try, like if it's something you don't understand, ask, be like, hey, why are we focusing here? And be like, oh, well actually, because a lot of the times this causes that. And then you can be like, oh, okay. And if after that session it didn't help your low back, be like, hey, when you worked my glutes, I don't think I got the relief that I wanted. And then we can reevaluate, but just trust your massage therapist within reason. Like if they're doing something that feels unethical or uncomfortable, then absolutely speak up. Don't tolerate any sort of nonsense. But if it's a good professional massage therapist, especially when you've seen a few times, trust them when they're telling you like, hey, this is tight and I think this is causing that. Yes, you are a cat. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear him. The other best thing you can do is just relax and let go. When you're on the table, a lot of times people try to help lift stuff. They will tense up. If you can just breathe, relax. So that's what you can do during your massage. Rest, relax, communicate. I may at some point actually make a separate video about communication because there is a nice like margin. Some people over communicate, some people under communicate. There is an appropriate amount of communication we might get into at some point. After your massage, follow the instructions of your massage therapist. I tell almost everyone, hey, if you're sore, ice just 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Make sure you drink a ton of water after this. That'll help flush everything out. And then I generally also give homework. Like if your pecs are tight, I'll give you the doorway stretch. If your glutes are tight, I'm gonna tell you to foam roll. I might give certain stretches, certain foam roll exercises, certain general advice. Like if you do have low back stuff, I'll be like, hey, you wanna strengthen your core. Just try to take that to heart. And especially with like the immediate self-care, water and ice and stuff, do that. I don't want you to be sore after your massage, but if you had a lot of gunk and a lot of tightness and tension, you might be for a day or two, and that's totally normal. If it's past 2 days, that means we probably went too deep, and that is a problem, and you need to let your massage therapist know that. And you should let them know that. You shouldn't just be like, oh, I can't see them again, they abused me. Especially like in regards to check their attitude on that. Like I have been massaged by a few massage therapists who were unnecessarily aggressively deep, and they were like very, oh, well, this is what's good for you. And it's like, yeah, but like I'm dying right now. So I don't think it's what's good for me. Whereas like I try very much to like walk that line of good hurt. And if I pass it and you let me know, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, and I back off. So there are subtle context clues that let you know whether or not you're with like a caring, understanding, empathetic massage therapist. I think that's the majority of the advice for how to get the most out of your massage. The biggest part of that is just relaxation and communication. So give that a try. Don't give up on massage. Just if you had a bad experience, it might be you just need to find a better massage therapist for what you need. Thanks, guys.